Hey guys, you're tuned in to Chaotic TV. We're bringing you more games from the Numericable House Cup, hosted by Millennium, that was played in mid-December. And in the top left of Ohana, we're in Game 3 of this TVP. We have the Red Terran. He is MarineKing from Team Prime.
Smiling across from him as the Blue Protest player, this is SK Gaming's MC.
Alright. Looking forward to this. These two great players. I just finished watching our videos from Stefano versus Demaga, and we did cast Game 1 and 2 about 2 days ago, so we don't exactly remember what happened, but the series is tied 1-1 right now, and we're in Game 3, so I have to see what really happens. I'm so stoked to be casting these awesome players.
Yeah, just such high caliber players from the very beginning of StarCraft 2. These guys were top-end players in Season 1 and Season 2 that really came to prominence and never really looked back. So we'll get some high-end play here out of these players.
These are some of the most winningest players in earnings of the SC2 Pro Player world, and even in Korea. But I think we're going to see a barracks expand out of MarineKing, or we might even see some one-base play with this early gas. But MC is going for that standard Protoss. Wait until they have a cybernetics core to see what kind of tech path they're going.
Something that has come to popularity a little bit in TVP is put an early game pressure, reactor out some Hellions, get a medevac to drop them, try to kill some drones and kill some sentries with Hellion fire. But I don't know if MarineKing prefers that style or not. I've just seen it happen in several high-end games. So it's just one of those little change-up type strategies from the standard. Make a whole bunch of bio units and medevacs and fight the Protoss army. And if they go Colossus, you get Vikings. If they go Templar, you make Ghost. It's just standard counterplay that you see almost every TVP.
Well, we've in recent games cast of MC by Chaotic TV against Brown and against Tasia, we saw him do some reactored marine play, and then he built just a one factory with a couple of Hellions, and he used that to build a starport with reactored medevacs, and he did some elevator play. This map is actually, I would think, pretty good for elevator play compared to something like Cloud Kingdom. It's got a pretty decent cliff and easy accessibility, but it doesn't look like we're going to see that out of MarineKing. He's going for the one barracks expand, and he actually put on a tech lab to get early concussive shells, so he's going to start chunking out some Marauders, and MarineKing got his second gas, so I'm curious to see what he drops. He drops a robotics facility, and we're probably going to see an observer come out first, or you might even just see him start building some immortals.
It'll almost always be an observer first. If it's anything else, they have a timing planned. If it's an immortal, they're gonna go into this Sentry Immortal type play. If it's a Warp Prism, people started doing Blink with the Warp Prism and sentries inside of it a lot more often. Just blinking into the base and force fielding off the ramp with the sentries that they're dropped and warping in with it. We saw Huck use that to great effect in the last GS up and down matches. I don't know if you saw those matches that I'm talking about.
No, I still have to. I was going to watch those today, but I had to re-record some of our earlier casts.
Yeah, spoiler alert, Huck uses that strategy.
It'd still be great to watch. I've actually re-watched a number of the up and down matches because I fall asleep to them, and then you forget which one you ended up on, so you just continue watching them all.
It's not a problem. You get to watch more StarCraft.
I know. You can never have enough StarCraft, as the scene is currently 24 hours a day. There's always enough content for you to watch, and never enough time. But right now we do see an extra 2 barracks coming out for MarineKing. He's just chunking out some decent marine production, as well as Marauders are continuing from that main tech labbed barracks, and it looks like this observer is going to be able to see everything. If there's an extra scan, then he might be able to pick it off, but it looks like he's using that energy to mule.
MC's going to make his decision here, whether he's going to carry on for one base timing or go on and expand based on what he sees with this observer. He's probably going to want to expand because he's got a really high worker count, and if he doesn't, he's just going to get behind from MarineKing's 2 bases, economy kicking in. So he either has to act quickly, expand, or attack. Otherwise, he's just going to risk losing the game.
Well, he did put down 2 extra gateways, right, as you were talking about him expanding. I mean, he's saving up a little bit of money right now. He's about halfway to a Nexus, but he also might be saving up to do some forward warp
at this.
Yeah,
looking
he's
at what his
starting to
setup
put down
is here.
pylons.
He's just banking his resources to warp in units here. He's going to try to damage the economy of MarineKing. He sees a relatively small army, and the bunkers are not up yet. And MC can see this with his observers, so he knows that there's a little bit of a weak point in MarineKing's build right here. So he's going to try to exploit it. Zealots to tank, plenty of force fields. Most pump out DPS against the Marauders. It's going to be a powerful attack.
Great force fields by MC, and we just see all of the Zealots are actually being hindered by those epic force fields, and the Immortal does take down that bunker, but it looks like the Stim without medevacs is going to be in a pain situation for MarineKing. He's actually losing a couple SCVs that he pulled from his main base. He can't pull mules because they essentially don't attack, but he does lose those mules, and he has to lift his command center. It looks like MarineKing.
Yeah, but Immortals bust down buildings so very fast.
Oh yes, they do.
Buying him anytime at all. He took out that bunker in maybe 3 shots, and he's just going to clean up the SCVs that are attacking here.
Looks like the decision to attack by MC has paid off, at least to the point where he shut down MarineKing completely.
If he can't kill us outright, he can force sail MarineKing into his base and expand behind it, but I think he's going to be able to just end the game here.
Those Marauders do great against just Stalkers and Gateway units, but without that, with that extra Immortal, it's got 14 kills, and we don't even know how many that other Immortal had before it perished. But the high ground vision granted by this Observer is key for MC's play at this point, and try to factory block from MarineKing. It's not actually going to pay off. He's down 20 supply against 50. So
I have to remember this 2 Immortal timing here. Those 2 Immortals killed bunkers, killed wall line structures so very fast. And they also kill Marauders in 1 shot, I think. Is that right?
No, that's not right, but
it's 2 shots.
It is 2 shots. Something like that. With the extra added DPS of those Stalkers and Sentries, Marauders do not last very long, and with this warp in of Zealots, he's going to be able to tank this Marine fire, and the force field behind everything. MarineKing, oh man,
to try to kill it, picks up the units because he was going to lose the fight. He's just not producing an army fast enough to catch up with units warping into MC.
He's actually bringing his command center back over just to do what exactly? I don't know.
Distract the army.
I suppose.
He wanted to get it to tank a few shots while his units brushed in there, but the Zealots here and the force field, it's just too much for MarineKing to deal with.
He's now down by a half the supply of his opponent, and MC doesn't even need to take an expansion behind this. He can just continue the warp ins that he's got. He's got 3 more Stalkers coming in, and it's another Zealot to continue the pressure, and he's going to snipe this medevac at first chance. Stalker's doing such a great job against Marines.
But MarineKing be MarineKing. He still has units to micro, so he's going to do that. We've seen it time and again from him. Here comes the workers again to try to last-ditch effort this attack, but he's just running out of stuff. He's down to 12 SCVs and 2 Marines.
Even if he hadn't lost, even if he were able to hold this off, he's so far behind in workers, it's just not even worth it to stay in this game. But as you mentioned, he is MarineKing. He is known for staying in the game until the very last second. There's the GG. Almost, finally, I'll add the qualifier, but MC takes game 3 of this set of best of 5 and now leads the series 2-1 against MarineKingPrime. And we're going to see you guys in game 4. From Chaotic TV, I'm KO.
This is Eclipse.
And we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.